Hello, my name's Ashley, and I'm going to be doing the Module 1 discussion verbal responses. So for the first prompt, I'm going to be doing the missing personal item from a hospital stay. So I would tell the patient, I would say, I'm really sorry to hear that some of your things are missing. I completely understand how upsetting this must be, especially after being discharged, just trying to focus on a recovery. That's not something my team and I don't take lightly at all. Let's get this looked into right away, and I will be sure to look into our lost and found and find where you last had them, and I'll be sure to look like what room you were staying in, and I would get in contact with the nurses, and I would look into like our security on team, and I would love to get like patient services involved to see if there's like anything that might be like laying around that just never got to like where it needed to be. And I would tell the patient straight up that I can't give any sort of reimbursement for their things right now, but I would take their concern and look into it as an investigation to figure out where this item may have gone, or if maybe it got lost in transit from like different discharge and you going home. But I would tell them that we're handling it, and I would be in contact with them. So for my second prompt, I'm doing the rude waiter at the cafe. So I have a lot of experience with this because I used to be a manager when I used to bartend and waitress. So I would respond by telling the person, I'm really sorry to hear about your wife's experience. And I would apologize to him. I would tell him I'm apologizing to you and your wife, and I'm sorry that that happened. And that's the kind of service that we as the restaurant would not strive for. And I would tell him that, could you give me like a background of the environment that night and why, like, was it busy? I don't know, maybe that person was having an off day, or who the person was, if I could pull them aside and talk to them and just kind of figure out why, or if there was something going on that day, or if there was just something behind the scenes that we weren't aware of. And I would tell them that I would love for them to come back and offer them a complimentary free dessert or a discount of their liking if they would like to come back, as I would love for them to and get a better experience. So next, my third prompt, I'm going to be doing the hotel overcharge affecting expense reimbursement. So I would tell them, I'm very sorry that you're dealing with this, and I know it's frustrating when there's a billing issue delay, and as it usually takes time with the type of system that we have. And I apologize that they really need the money, but it's just sometimes some of those things happen, and I apologize for that. I would hopefully tell them that we can get this sorted out right away, and that I would have like their ticket of their invoice and when they stayed, and I will double check into like the charges and our account to make sure that it's can be resubmitted today and make sure it's the proper reimbursement. And then I would tell them that we'd make this a top priority and that I appreciate them calling and telling us so that we can fix our system. And I would tell them we'd get it resolved very quickly, and hopefully that their money would be in shortly. Thanks.